everybody, Arthur here, and good old Josh Cox Create over there, and we are here for episode.
What is it?
25,000. 25,000. You dropped the ball. You left me hanging there.
I thought you were going to say 25. Then I was going to go 25,000.
I was just giving you the whole number. I was like,
that's our thing. I had to read the title to be like, what episode are we on?
You had to look. It's like, oh, that's funny. That's funny. So, and we got some people already here. The Canuck, Cutthroat Comics.
I'm doing much better now.
Yep.
Thank you.
Got Skew Raider in the mix. What is up? And today we have a good show. We have a very good show, very awesome guests lined up. As you guys already know, we got Judd in the mix as well, KJ Peeps. But we always like to scavenge the Facebooks, the toy community, the toy world to try to find cool action figures that deserve some spotlight, some attention, especially when they're doing stuff unique and pretty awesome. And that's a pretty awesome Marvel select there. And I can't wait to open mine. But let's bring the guest in. We have ourselves Dacre, the toy maker of Almighty Legends. How are you doing, sir? that is
a rad helmet.
A awesome helmet. Now, are those like a bunch of like runes and it's like sculpted into it or printed into it?
Yeah, so we did like kind of almost like an Aztec design, and it's his halo. So this is Michael, Saint Michael, the Archangel, the defender of hope. I actually have him on.
I think it's huge. Do you have a whole suit to go with it?
I'm making one. Working on it.
See, that's the cool thing about having a suit like that or a helmet, like you can wear it, have somebody else wear it, or you can just have it on display, at a convention or something like that.
Yeah, bring it to shows. It's a conversation piece.
Definitely. And I like the idea of the halo being part of the helmet, like into it too. So, how are you doing?
Doing good. Excited. We're almost at 50% right now with 30 days left on the Kickstarter. So we've had a good push this week. So
that's awesome.
Momentum's up, which is good. And I think we're gonna pull something out. I think it's gonna be good.
I don't think you guys have any problems, honestly.
No, I don't think. I think once everybody starts like, all right, it's getting closer. Let me start getting into the backing of it. Because I don't know why, like people wait for the last minute. I understand sometimes they gotta wait for money and stuff like that, or wait until financially they're ready. But some people just sort of hold out. Like they're thinking, like if I pledge now or I back it now, that I'm not going to get it back or something. Like it's just weird.
Yeah, well, a lot of friends, we don't have the money right now. We're like, well, you have 30 days to get the money, so it's not like it's, and you don't get charged until it actually gets funded, and only if it gets funded you get charged. So,
right,
knock on wood.
No, well, knocking on wood, definitely. Yeah. What's awesome too is the fact that like you're making action figures, but it looks like you yourself are a collector as well.
I'm a huge collector. Also do customs with I'm on Facebook as a Lowlight 27. So I've been doing it for a while, making customs for people and myself. And I love collecting. So
nice.
That's cool that I see. I love right now the independent lines that are coming out, and my big passion is, of course, G.I. Joe. I mean,
so did you pre-order all those Joes that
I did
dropped?
Yeah. I missed out on Bazooka because he came out late. But then I was like,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh
sorry.
no, I just didn't want to do 2 orders, and I was like, well, Bazooka, there's a bigger chance of us actually getting him in stores. And I also have 4 of them in the Target Force. I just paint one. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was when I started doing it, I was like scrolling. I'm like, every time I'd refresh, it would show the new ones, but then it disappeared. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm trying to open different browsers, and then finally it started loading. But you're right, Bazooka was the last one. I'm like, there should be 8. I have 7 in the cart. What's going on?
Like, yeah. I didn't know if they were counting the 2 girls, and I was like, wait, doesn't make sense. Where's the other guy? And I was like, oh, Bazooka.
Bazooka was the only one I didn't pre-order because I had Tiger Force. So
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't do any Tiger Force or Python Patrol at all. Like they just or any of the like barbecue sergeants, the Slaughter Marauder. I wasn't like a fan
Oh
of
yeah,
as a
it's
kid.
just weird they would come out just that one.
Right. And then they also
Yeah.
didn't do a Sergeant Slaughter in the blue tank top yet either.
No.
But I like the Joes. I am enjoying them. And
Yeah.
definitely a lot of the independent lines out there, you know, like you yourself coming out with some stuff that's going to be a banger. And then you got like your Plunderling, Savage Crucible, Action Force. What else?
Spiro Toys.
Yeah, Animal Warriors.
Animal Warriors, the Kingdoms. That new one that came out.
Yeah. Had Jason on not too long
Baron
ago.
Kali. Or Kali, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, Kali? Yeah. I should be getting, what is it, Blight or Pale, and I ordered Kali, so hopefully I get those soon.
I think.
And then I saw there's another one that looks really cool with like that black and gold armor. He's kind of like maybe a tiger or a lion or something, but he looks really cool. Somebody was posting it earlier.
Is it the one that's
Atreyu?
No,
Are you talking about the tiger? There is a tiger guy too.
It's not a tiger, but he's like dark, like he's almost like a tiger. Like he's almost like a puma looking thing, but he's brown. Hold on one second, I'll grab it. This guy. Sorry.
He's like, let me just grab it.
This one.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Well, no, that's a lion. That's Atreyu.
Atreyu, yeah, Atreyu, that's the guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're awesome. I was like, man, the one I want, which is Blight, that comes out. I think that's wave 3.
He's wave 2 because I got him and Lexian or whatever from wave 2 also.
Now, is Lexian? Is that the rabbit? Because I think I got Lexian coming.
No, I gotta refresh. He's come out with so many so far.
Well, he has my first one. I'm gonna end up probably picking up because I need something to review now. Because I was like, I'll wait until I get mine, and then I'm like, no, I need something now. So I'm gonna end up getting one of the Ravagers, and then end up getting one of the weapon packs because the baboon Ravager guy, he doesn't come with like a shield. So I'm like, I want a shield.
Yeah, that's the one.
So his name is Swift.
Okay.
And he is wave 3. But Lexi is him.
We're all like, let's look at some Animal Warriors.
Yeah. I got this.
Yeah, like that one's cool.
Like a
hyena, that's the one
or something. I don't know what he is, like a bobcat.
Yeah, that one a lot of people are picking up, but yeah, I just wanted to get a hold of one, so I'm gonna end up ordering that. I just got to figure out which weapon pack's gonna look best with them. I want a shield, and I'm like, do I want the cobalt?
Is that they do go pretty well together? I think
they're same size. Well, yours should be a little bit bigger, right?
We're gonna make you solo right now, Dacre, so you can show that. What is that figure that you're holding of yours?
That's Gabriel. So that's Gabriel, the messenger of faith, and then you have Baron Kali. So he's taller a little bit, but they scale well because he, with monkeys and apes, they always have like their legs bent.
Yeah,
but you'll be able to, but you could drill in the back of him and put wings on him too if you wanted to. A winged monkey.
Yeah,
which I plan on doing. Yeah, you got to unlock those wing packs.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. Oh wait, Judd just said wave 2 is in stock.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got like there was like something in my sheet that had like highlighted. I think they were saying that if you got something highlighted, it was coming in a later order. They didn't have enough stock or something.
Yeah,
so I'm still waiting on a couple things, like the head pack and then that other guy we were just talking about.
Yeah, me and Judd were going back and forth. I was like, do I get the cobalt weapon set? Because it comes with 2 shields, but it comes with weapons this other figure already comes with, or do I get the one with the 1 shield that has like an axe and stuff? So I was like, and he's like, wow. He's like, really? And I hit Jeremy up, and I was like, Jeremy, what did you do? He's like, man, you really got some third world problems right there, first world problems. I was like, yeah. I was like, I just want to know. He's like, get them both. I'm like, no. It's like, I don't want to get both. But he's supposed to be hitting me up and let me see because he has both, so I can see the color differences. But enough about Animal Warriors. As awesome as they are, and everybody's hyped about them, they're great, and they seem to pose very well. That's why I got to get a hold of one because I need to review it. But So you're a collector. You're coming out with your toy line. Do you remember as a kid what your first figure was that like you got, and then maybe a figure, it could be the same figure that you cherish, something that you like, this was the ultimate figure that beat up everything?
So my first figure, and I actually kept it for like almost 30 years. I think I had to like sell it for some reason, but was a gold light tan. So gold light tan was like a transforming cigarette lighter that transformed into like a 30-foot tall robot. And he had like a little kid that like he ran around with.
So something like that you would have saw in like Big, where they were trying to promote Transformers that turned into adult stuff. No, like, what does this Transformer turn into? A car, a ship? No, it's a lighter. Okay,
it's a car cigarette lighter.
Yeah, car cigarette lighter.
Car cigarette lighter.
But yeah, I mean, ones I've cherished. Just I mean, I love GI Joes. Like that's my main like focus and interest. Like when I was growing up, anything GI Joe I just loved, and then even to this day, I it's kind of evolved from GI Joe over to Star Wars and Transformers. I always wanted more Transformers, but Transformers were always expensive when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So where GI Joes were like $2-3 you can find them for.
Yeah, Transformers now are still that way. It's like you'll think that you have the ultimate Optimus Prime, and then next wave they come out with a better one. And you're like, well, damn, I just spent like $40 on this Optimus Prime. It's crazy.
But I think one of the best figures I have now is the speaking of Optimus Prime, is the 18-inch MAS-01, which is like the massive scale, like Optimus Prime. They'll scale with like the 4-inch figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have like the GI Joes on his shoulder and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. It is an awesome one. So what made you decide, like, have you been like with designing and doing customs? Have you always had like an art background? And
yeah, so I grew up with art all around me. My parents, they actually owned an art gallery when I was growing up. We actually specialized in children's picture books, like the illustrators. So like your classic Tommy DePaolo, who did the Strega Nona, a whole bunch of people like Mark Brown, Trina Shard Hyman. They would actually come to our art gallery and they would actually draw me pictures. I always ask them, draw me something. But now, of course, those pictures are not worth something. So, but just I always loved art and drawing and illustrating. And in college, I dabbled in some painting, and that kind of grew into custom work and painting figures and to kind of like designing my own. But more for me, it was more up here and in here rather than being able to like do 3D printing and sculpting and stuff like that. That's where I lacked in the sculpting side. So I've basically sought out people that could help me with this project, especially.
Nice.
But you had enough that you could be like, this is what I would like.
Yes.
This is
I had the dream, the vision. You got to go with me on the crazy train to be able to see what I'm making.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, we also have, you sent me some pictures. I guess we could start there. These ones, I think some of these are on your Instagram right now.
Yeah, there should be a few.
Let me share this up here. And so you sent in.
Yeah.
So this is your, like, at the convention.
Yeah. So those are the wings. Those are the actual articulated wings that we're going to be putting together for the figures. Next to him was the first prototype we did. And that one was kind of like just to test it, see what it looked like. That one got canceled real quick because it's, you couldn't remove the parts off of him. But yeah, those wings, they fold, they twist, they turn, and they can actually fold in almost like a shield on each other. So you can actually make them look like you're actually flying.
Who's this?
That's Azrael. So that's going to be the first figure in the actual Kickstarter. That's where we're unlocking first. We start with death before there is life. So we start with the end, and then we go into the beginning. And then the second one right there, the white one, that's Gabriel.
Or Gabriel.
He's going to be the messenger. So he's the one that brings forth the rest of the line of figures.
Yeah, and I like the artwork and everything in the back, like the concept art.
Yeah, the concept art that was done by Calvin Lowe. He was a friend of mine. He's from Hong Kong. He did a lot of like really cool customs called Calvin's Customs. But yeah, he kind of took my vision and helped me create something pretty cool when the early concepts came out. And then, yeah, there's the Mythic Legions kind of showing the full down armor that we're gonna do.
That's cool.
And then
And they just pour it into the Legions, no problem,
Yep.
huh?
Yeah, they pour it right in, and even in the where's the thing? There we go. Yeah, so even into the Marvel Legends, like those ports too, you can go right into those on the Archangel, and then you can always Dremel as well. Which
that's pretty awesome.
Every customizer will have by now.
Yeah.
You kind of get the idea of the wingtip. So the top wing, that's going to be for like Marvel Legends or for Mythic Legions, like the more legendary scale figures. Yeah, you see, kind of will fold down, fold up, and then
that's really cool. You can do like the whole shield thing.
Yep.
Yeah, this is way better than looking at these pictures. Yeah, we actually see it in motion. Yeah, that's
it's all like on a hinged system. But the these early test ones are going to be pretty floppy because these aren't really the final product where we have a design so that's to have it like actually like stuck in there. So it's going to be a little bit more work to move them. And then the nice thing with the bottom wing, see if I have it here. Yeah, so the bottom wing, you'll notice that the peg is actually a little bit smaller versus the top wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. It's hard to do opposites right now. Gotta get used to it. Yeah, so the smaller wing, the nice thing about that is you could actually drill into like a 4-inch figure and have it fit. So I want to have it be able to fit also the 4-inch. That's why when you read the description, it's for both 1/12 collectors and 1/18 collectors as well. So we're trying to make the options open for both scales. Kind of like what Joy Toy does for 1/18 and 1/24. We're doing for 1/12 and 1/18. Where these figures are celestial beings, so they would be 10 feet tall to a 6 foot tall person. And if you actually look at kind of the details, it's kind of hard to see here, but yeah, so like the scratches and the dents and stuff, they're a lot smaller and intricate. Coming from if they were scarred by like a small person.
Okay. So then you're gonna make like basically those are gonna be the bigger figures of the line, then you're gonna have small ones that go with it.
So in the second wave, we're gonna be going to the Old Testament. We'll still have these legendary figures. They're still gonna stay with it, but then we're also gonna open it up to the 4-inch as well. That's the plan.
Huh. That is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, why limit yourself to just one scale when you can do multiple? Oh yeah, so this is a Jomar Soriano. He did I don't know if you guys are familiar with OG13. It was a online forum, kind of like His Tank, but they did we did a charity figure, which I was part of, kind of a few years back, and he did the artwork for it. This really cool, like skull, like skeleton trooper. But yeah, I got him to do the kind of a 7 Samurai esque picture.
It looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're all ready for battle, for the final battle.
It reminds me of that movie. What was it? Was it Legend? I think, or Legion.
Oh yeah, where they're in like the diner.
Yeah,
yeah.
It gives me that kind of vibe.
Yeah, the other one. Oh yes, so this is kind of a nice little exclusive to here. Is we have this is Ophanim, or I think it's Ophanim. So these are true depictions of what angels looked like to Ezekiel. So these Ophanim would have like these giant rings filled with eyes, and like in the center would be like either a giant eye or almost like a baby with like some flames. And these are going to be coming with the stretch goals.
Oh, nice.
The all-in packages are going to get these.
That's pretty cool awesome. Like that is a lot of detail going on in there.
Yeah. Tristan was a designer with who did work on Mythic Legions. He was the one that helped design these. He reached out and he nailed it, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I'm just getting lost in all the detail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now, all right, so this is for the all-in packages. Any possibility of these coming out later down the road? Maybe like a different,
yeah, probably in a
style or
different
something?
like shade of color, or we could do something. But yeah, it'll first be exclusive to the all-in. Like this will be because we want to have something special for putting in all that money for it.
It's pretty freaking special. Like this isn't just a repainted head. Like it's a head with a mini, like a baby person in it.
Little
Like
baby person. Yeah.
it
If
is
you look at the
crazy.
pictures, they're pretty scary. Like if you ever looked up like true seraphim in Ophanim, and then cherubim was the third. But we're gonna have we have this one, and then we're gonna have a seraphim, which I revealed a couple of weeks ago, which is more like just wings all over a face helmet. And then there's a third one that we're gonna be doing, which is the battle damaged Michael.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I didn't even like when you sent it, I was like, oh, this is cool. But then it's like once I got it and I was enlarging it for this, I was like, that's a little person in the
little person. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you teased me today with, or no, this is another one. This is
this is the other one. Yep. Yeah. So this is the battle damaged Michael with like his essence is like draining out of his eye. He's just been badly beaten. But
so is it going to be like translucent plastic for like used, and so the
eyes? These are STL files, so you'll print it and you'd have to actually paint it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still pretty awesome. All the little sculpted in or all the detail and like the design.
Yeah,
man, whoever he fought messed him up.
Yep. Well, the person he fought is in the stretch goals that you'll find.
And then you teased me with this.
Uh-oh. And bubblegum?
No, all out of bubblegum.
All out of bubblegum.
Oh, yeah, you have it in your hand. Here we'll go solo layout again.
So here it is. These are the trading cards that we're doing.
Wax package.
Old school wax packs. So they'll seal, and then we're actually working on getting a little wax seal to put right here as well. These are actually for charity, so we're going to be selling these at shows and online, and all the 60% of the proceeds is all going to our local food pantry and homeless outreach program in our town.
Awesome.
Yeah, so they all guys hear that you want to donate and pick up some cards and help a good cause. Definitely check it out. This would be on your website.
This will be on the website, yes, and then I'll also have them at the shows I'm going to be lining up for this summer. And so you have the sticker, which has another little story on the back, which this one is Michael the warrior, and it has this guy, a really cool artist on Fiverr designed this, where it's like the final breath of Christ on the cross, where you see Azrael coming in to take him away, and then in the third panel you have the rest of the three horsemen, and in the final panel is Jesus leading like the dead from purgatory up into heaven. So it's like kind of this heavy metal, like
yeah.
But it's awesome. I mean, this is something like that could get people into learning a little bit more about religion and stuff like that. And about, but yeah, that's awesome artwork. That.
They're all done on like a little they have like a shine to them, little pearlescence on them. Yeah, so you have the characters, then you have like the description.
My buddy RG loves his collecting cards. So
yeah, he's in the chat too.
Oh, nice.
He was saying that 88 Figs did some great photos.
Oh yeah, 88 Figs, killed it, loved it.
And then I think another friend of ours, Realm of Toys, he just got one of the prototypes.
He's taking some cool shots right now. Yeah, we're actually trying to work on a little story, like a 3-panel story to kind of give an intro to Azrael.
Nice.
Yeah, so they each have like little bio and description on the back. There's war, famine, and then there's also some artist cards as well. Let me see if I got those here. Yeah, so you have Famine, which is done by Joseph Schmelke. Yeah, he's one of our local artists here in New Hampshire, but he's actually worked on a lot of like stuff you may be familiar with, like Phantom Star Killer, also Mythic Legions, Four Horsemen stuff.
That's awesome to actually giving some credit to some of the artists out there.
Oh yeah, and then because that's part of it. I want to make sure that art is incorporated into the whole project. It's not just the figures. There's also art pieces as well. So yeah, there's our Azrael. That's by Rich Woodall, also one of our local artists. He's done a lot of work on some pretty cool stuff. I can get that in there for you. Yeah, and then Keith Williams. He did I don't know if you know the Phantom.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, so there's Conquest. This guy's bio on the back.
All right, guys. You guys saw those cards. Now you can get your own. Make sure you go check it out on the website. And when you go to conventions, make sure you go to the Almighty Legends table. You can get them there. But that's
also the figures will come with a card as well, but it's gonna be a little bit maybe smaller. It's a little bit different. So you will have something with those. But get the card packs, definitely.
And then I don't even know where we should jump to. There's so many different things. I guess we can sort of we can scroll through some stuff that you did on Instagram. And then we'll go to from Instagram, we'll go to your we will go to probably your website from there.
Okay.
So you're doing like a cool little contest, I think tons of people joining in.
Yeah, to draw in like 1,000 followers. We're going to be giving away just this whole bunch of stuff that we got here, including a couple of signed posters as well.
So make sure you guys if you haven't already, go to Almighty Legends on Instagram, give them a follow, and then you guys can participate as well in this cool little giveaway.
Yeah, there's even a couple of cool, good gift cards. Vitruvian Army, Justin, he's been kind of helping me, just giving me advice on stuff, and he's always been a good friend and kind of helping me with things. And he actually matched a gift certificate, so it's a $50 gift card to Vitruvian Army, and then we have a $25 gift certificate to Marauder Gun Runners, also another independent toy company.
I have some Marauder guns.
Yeah. You got some Joes, got some Action Force in there. It looks like a Casey Jones mask. And
yes, that's my custom action figure. Yeah,
Zombie, which that's a 3.75.
Yes, that's the boss fight there.
Boss fights, zombies. So make sure you guys go show some support and try to win yourself some swag. It'd be cool. And then we got some better picture of Azrael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shows all of his armor pieces on him. They're gonna come as like a base figure, so kind of like almost like a blank figure that you actually put armor on. So you can actually put the armor on the But yes, the armor actually goes on him, and it's also interchangeable with other figures. So like you have the chest armor here. But yeah, you could put like the shoulder armor, the gauntlet on other figures, so you can kind of like get them kind of customized as well. And then it has of course thigh armor.
It gives me some like Ronin Warriors vibes from when those first toys came out.
Or there was the other ones. They were like kind of like a are the Ronin Warriors the ones that are kind of like the ones you could stretch? There's like this kind of like a ticky-tacky, like stretchy warrior that kind of.
I know what you're talking about too. They did that.
Familiar. I can't remember the name of it though.
The Ronin Warriors had springs in them, but I know what ones you were talking about. The whole bodies were gummy.
Yes, yeah, that's the one. And they had the armor pieces you could take off.
Yeah, I can't think of who it was. And they actually had the armor was pierced through some of the body of the gummy thing, so it didn't fall off.
That's right. Yeah, totally remember those. Yeah.
I don't know what they are. I'm gonna have to try to figure out what they were called. But I had those some of those as a kid.
Yeah, because you get them at KB Toys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was I like the idea of being able to pretty much customize and mix and match however you want them. And Azrael comes with the flaming sword. Does the flame come off the sword?
Yes, the flame is removable. Yeah, it's kind of like a power, like a flame power thing, and then that'll come off, and then you can actually put the sword in his little. He has a sheath on the back of his pants.
Thank you for making sheaths for your figures.
Oh, yeah. We first had the prototype. I wasn't expecting the sword, and like the production manager's like, "Oh, he's got a sword." I was like, "Well, where are you gonna put it?" He doesn't have the sword. He's got the sheath or a scythe.
Oh, you got to go back. I got to jump back and forth. Keep pausing.
I know. So here's the scythe.
That's cool.
And it's gonna be silver on the top. It'll be kind of chromed out. It's got a nice, cool skull.
The skull looks really good.
Yeah.
The whole thing just looks gnarly.
Early concept we have is that this part just pops off. That's more for the test. So more likely it will be glued on. You'll just put the figure right on.
I mean, popping off isn't bad either. Help people like when they transport it, they don't have to worry about it breaking.
Right, and you can just, it's really easy because you just put their, hand in right there, and you just pop it's right on.
Some old school NECA figures I have when they did like their Blizzard figures, like the Heroes of the Storm. Some of their things had to break into two pieces like that because their hands were a little bit hard.
Yeah.
So. And again, the floppiness is because of proto people, so don't think you're
is our final product.
I know somebody out there be like, "Well, look how floppy it is. Is that what we're gonna get?" Like, oh,
yeah, no.
Man.
Yeah, it's like 34 points of articulation, and 12 accessories or 12 pieces of armor.
Is the 34 included with the wings, or is that just on the figure itself? The 34.
I believe it's with the wings because the wings themselves, they have some pretty cool articulation. Yeah, because it's a standard, almost like a Marvel Legends.
Okay.
But instead of the ratchet torso, I've got like the split torso, and then I've also got the ball on the hips as well.
So wait, ball towards the bottom and ball towards the top?
Yep.
And that's how all figures should be.
Should be
really more natural.
Because you want to be able to, especially with wings and you're flying and in flight.
Yeah.
Be able to give it that.
How far does the head go back?
Head. I don't want to really test it too much, but it does. Yeah. I mean, you can.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's on the hinge right there.
Okay, good one.
The shoulders, you're going to see these on the test. They're more like, these ones are more McFarlane style, and I do not want that. I want them to either have like a peg in it, or they're gonna I'll figure something out. But yeah, that's not gonna be final. I don't like this. I mean, that's the nice thing with prototypes. You learn like, okay, how is this working? How do we change it? How do we fix it? And then once we go into production, it's gonna,
Well, I mean, the McFarlane shoulders aren't terrible. I mean, there's some of them that I really like, but then there's some that I really don't like. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so there's the there's Gabriel and the Baron with AWOC accessory, the weapons pack.
They look good. They look good together. There's
that one's Figure Kingdom. He did those right there.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And there's the little wings, big wings. It just has that presence.
And the soft goods are a nice touch too.
Yeah.
Will there be wire in the soft goods or no?
We're looking into it. I just don't know as far as for tooling, what it will allow. One thing I was looking at too is the back skirt to make that more of a solid piece, and the front skirt to be a soft good piece, just to help with balance and stability.
Yeah, because once you load up all the wings on the back,
and over time, a figure's gonna get loose. So if you have like some sort of a skirt on the back that's plastic and you can hold it, I think that would be a little bit better. So I kind of have like two versions of the skirting. One is just a solid plastic piece. The other one is just a soft good. And then we'll be changing the the chain thing in the middle. I want to have some sort of like a belt. It just looks. Right now, it's not complete. So.
Okay. Still looks good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. You're always critical of your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's any artist is going to see all the negatives and flaws and all that type of stuff. That's how I am with any of my work. I'll be like, somebody be like, this looks great. I'll be like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love when you make a custom and the first thing you do is you try to take a photo of it. You actually think it's so good, and the photo's like, oh, the eye's all wonky.
This is an awesome photo.
Yes, that's
messed it up.
What'd you do?
There we go.
Yeah,
we're back. So who did the photo? Is that just you?
Oh, look,
that's I think that's Figure Kingdom did that one.
I'm right there. I'm the one that liked it. It says liked by Cox Gray.
Oh yeah, right there. And Art G in there.
Yeah, so that's the true Seraphim.
Okay, that's what you're talking about. The wings on
the wings. Yeah, come because when you look at them, they have like wings and eyes all around them, and they're just like crazy looking.
You got a bunch of the eyes on the wings too.
Yeah, that's part of the all-in kit too.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So that's the, I believe that's the first one, the first all-in, and then it's like you have the double all-in, which gives you 2 of the heads, and then the triple all-in gives you all 3 of the heads.
Nice.
And then you like take off this little visor piece, and there's a little baby inside.
No, that'd be cool though. Okay. Oh, now you give me ideas.
that'd be a pain to have that like be cut out and have something else underneath.
Oh man, now you give me an idea about it. All right, write that one
down. Another shot.
Yeah, so there's 88 figs right there.
Yeah,
there's Mark. Yeah, he did such a cool job, and he's such a cool dude. And he just like totally came out of the blue and just helped me out and just deliver some amazing stuff.
Yeah, 88. He's a great photographer. He does good stuff.
I like the pillars. I like how he did the lighting too. Early protos.
Yeah. So that was Toy Galaxy. I gave him the figure, and I woke up and that was how many likes was on the post at that time. We need another like, quick. Sorry,
he looks so good, with or without the wings too. That's
right.
Yeah. So that's a cool thing. You can do both, and he's got the alternate heads too, where he has the that's kind of like the more knight style head, and then you have the hawk or almost like a crow, like bird type head that comes with the hood. Yeah,
these are gonna fit in really well with Mythic and what's the other one? The Combat Warriors, or I can't remember their name.
What, Animal Warriors?
No, the
combatants, the weird gladiator ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Xerxes Studios or what there?
Yeah, I can't remember the name's hard to remember. We got the Canuck. Says these look amazing.
Yeah, they look awesome. I mean, it definitely to me, like what grabbed me to it is definitely comes off of like if you ever play like any like the Diablos and stuff, how they portray their angels in that game and stuff like that. And or we were mentioning like the Dark Riders or Dark Stalkers. It was one of those the games. But I like having your angels that are they're soldiers, they're ready to fight.
They're to be feared. I mean, they're to be feared and to be admired, and you basically they have a message.
Yeah. And I mean, and this definitely has it. It's like you're looking at all the admire the armor, all the details are just like their presence, and then it's like you're also going to be scared because this guy has a scythe with the skull at the end, Oh, look at that Chrono with some wings.
Yeah, I was testing out the wings.
I'll do that. So I think, but yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff everybody could check out on your Instagram. So everybody go help. Look at that. We're at 660. Let's get it up to triple. No, let's not get it up to 660. Let's get it up to 1,000.
Get up to 1,000.
And show some love. Check it out. And then we're gonna go into your website.
So I got a question. After you get like the horsemen and stuff done, like, is there any plans for like Egypt or like?
Yeah. So the plan is this. So it's I'm starting with the beginning and the end, and then I'm going into the actual books. So this is the beginning of life, and it's also the end of life. Is where I start with the almighty legends of the four horsemen and the three archangels. They bring the archangels bring the three virtues to our first modern age of faith, hope, and charity / love. So you have sort of a lesson there, and then the four horsemen, they bring the four powers and the four fears of life, where you have youth, which is conquest, and you have adulthood, which is the war, and then you have the old age of famine, and then the final breath of death. And it's kind of that brings forth the Old Testament, and we'll go into we'll have the base now for our legendary size figures like Goliath and Samson and the Egyptian gods.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot.
Really cool, like Anubis and stuff.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty amazing that we're working on. There's a whole picture. Like, it's not just going to end here, but they'll still have within those books, we're going to have a different interpretation of these angels. So we'll still see them within there.
Nice.
Within the lines.
Now, who did the artwork here?
So this was a illustrator on I found a Fiverr Up illustrator. She was a Ukrainian artist, and she was in London. And I've always loved the style of Art Nouveau and kind of like the
stained glass.
Stained glass, and just kind of that cool like circles and geometric shapes. And she made this amazing like artwork that we were using just kind of as our sticker cards. And then so she's Ukrainian. Her family's actually, they're like freedom fighters over there in the Ukraine in the war. So like as war was breaking out, she was creating these for me. So it's kind of like her own personal project. And like if you see, there's wording above the almighty legends, and it's in Cyrillic, and it's about I am the hope, and I'm the faith, and I'm the charity, about each one. And another thing too is I wanted to also have a little bit more diversity in the figures as well. Where if you look at Michael, he's going to have a little, you'll have darker skin tones, and he has like the more Aztec markings on him.
Then you got Raphael, who is your healer.
The healer, Raphael, the
healer of the group.
Yep. But he carries like this giant war hammer that plows through like the Dredge army, like in Dynasty Warriors. I don't know if you remember that.
Video
game. Yeah.
You just get into the big hordes with the hammers, and you're just knocking them all away. So does he get like, this has a sword in the drawing? Will he have a sword too? Or just hammer and then his like scepter?
Yeah, this drawing he had the sword, but it's going to be the scepter, and then he'll have a hammer.
Nice.
But we'll have weapon packs, so if you want to give him a sword, more than welcome to.
Yeah, you can give him whatever you want.
Too. Yep. Yeah, so that's like the early concept design for Raphael by Calvin Lowe.
A lot of good artists on this.
Yeah.
And then you have the four horsemen. There's war.
I can't click.
And you'll have like some removable armor packs. Yeah, and then these there's famine. His sickles that he has on his back, they actually are gonna fold up into like this cool like design. They'll actually become like one sword into two. And then he has his scales of judgment. Nice. Where it's the lesson is, you're judging the life that you've had versus and the life that what you have left.
Yeah, and then of course I think you're gonna have like the cool flame effects going on too, that you can pour it in and pour it out.
Yep. And then with the deluxe figures, we're actually going to be including something pretty cool. It's going to be a 4-inch base with each one, And the 4-inch base, the bottom of it is going to be hollow, so you can put like one of those puck lights, the tap light that you get at like Walmart or stuff like that. You can actually put it underneath it, tap it, and it will light up the flames that surround the base. Actually, I got here. This is a large scale version of it, but kind of gives you an idea.
Oh, nice!
Like the symbols on it.
That's a big chunk of plastic there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so it's gonna be it'll be smaller than this. It'll be about half the size of this, but yeah, so you'll be able to put a little like puck light right here.
Okay.
And then this part here sometimes works. There's like a little spot to get it out. But yeah, so the flames will have like cracks and stuff within the plastic. Like little veins will light up as well.
Oh, nice! Like the floors opening up, kind of.
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet.
So you'll be able to kind of like give illumination to the figure as well,
and save you from. And then it also makes it a little bit more cost effective to do it that way too, instead of like, oh, I got to deal with electronics and batteries and blah. Just use a puck light, guys. Everybody has them. You can get them cheap.
Yep, everybody get one.
I mean, the fact that he's going to put an area where you can put the puck light in is great. Most companies just give you the translucent plastic and they're like, figure it out.
Yep.
Conquest looking pretty awesome.
That's the early Conquest. So Conquest can have 2 heads. They all come with 2 heads. This is sort of a Native American style like eagle head, and then he also has a conquistador head as well. And he has a nice, this huge like power bow with arrows and some whips / chains.
That's gonna be cool. I like that the back piece is really cool.
Yeah.
Well, that back piece, it looks like it's the bow. It looks like
it
plugs in.
Yep,
that's pretty.
And cool. Again, they're all going to share the same body mold, so you could put like wings as well back there. I like wings, so.
Yeah, you guys killed it on the wings.
Yeah, better showing of the wings.
Yeah, that's kind of shows how they kind of fold down.
All of it? That everything? I think that is out of those.
Yeah, those ones.
And then you guys have been sort of pumping everything out, showing like the
that's early content. Yeah, prototype that we had.
It goes back to that. It's a better look at that. That's the sort of like bird head, right?
Yeah, that's the bird head. So kind of like a raven style. Just like Gabriel comes with a bird-like head as well. Let me see if I got one here. Yeah, here. There it is. Yeah, so that's the folding down armor. So the original wings, the original design, the prototypes that we did had a ball and hinge. I don't know if you guys are familiar with G.I. Joe, but there's a figure called Jungle Viper. And he kind of has a similar style. Also,
his leaves all plugged in with the balls.
Right. Yeah. So kind of that's where I got the concept to kind of have them fold. But I was like, you know what? They fold, but there's no real like you can only twist them so much before you just pop them out. Whereas the new style, you'll be able to fold them in and you'll be able to fold them down.
Nice.
Let's see what I got here.
More artwork.
Yeah, so some more artwork there. Yeah, that's the story of Genesis and like the introduction. See, I had this idea where it's a 3-page story where you have the first page, the introduction of the 3 archangels. The second page, where I kind of showed you on the back of that card, that's the death and the resurrection of Christ, and then the third panel was the Book of Revelations. And there's that's the packaging there. So the packaging, it's an old family Bible style, similar to like Biblical Adventures, where it's got the magnetic clasp opening right here. But with they have the clamshell where you can actually see the figure, where mine's just going to have just this beautiful artwork that we had done. And one of the artists that worked on Dungeons and Dragons and other things as well.
Yeah, see, I mean, I like that. If I open up the flap, I don't really necessarily like it's gonna be displayed most likely closed, or it's gonna be like you're gonna store your boxes somewhere,
right?
And you're gonna take your figure out. I guess for in-box collectors, I guess I don't know. How do you guys? I don't even know how they would
We do
display
this.
stuff. Yeah, there you go.
So this will have a volume number. It'll have the name of the character, and they'll say like Series 1 or whatever, and then you just put it right on your shelf, and you can it'll have nice like volume of like seven deluxe figures. And then on the back you have your description, and then the other figures that are coming.
Nice. Yeah, that's like you have all this stuff real time. I'm like, here we're looking at photos. So
I've got this big mess of stuff. Like, oh, I got this.
And then who did this artwork?
It's the same artist. His name is Alexander Kuhn, Kuhn. I think he's from Holland. But yeah, I found him on Deviant Art of all places, and I just love. He had like these scary like monsters and like demon stuff. I was like, this is just amazing. And I said, all right.
Deviant Art. I didn't know people still use that site.
Oh yeah, I know. I like stumbled across it. I was like, oh, I still have an account here.
My wife was just talking about Deviant Art like last night or the night before.
So you have a lot of like the older, like obviously you go down to the bottom of your site. You have the older stuff and how it progresses throughout.
And the site really is more kind of like a catch-all for to get people to kind of sign up for our newsletter and direct them right to the Kickstarter right now. Just I've got kind of all the pages turned off until we actually
make sure you guys go sign up. Go to the website, sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, so with the
newsletter, that's part of that contest, right? Isn't it? It's like you got to follow you on Instagram and be signed up.
Sign up for the newsletter, and then come back and scavenger hunt.
All that good stuff. All right. Yeah. So then we get into the fun parts.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Kickstarter. Here we go. Look at that. In us talking.
Oh yeah.
It went up. It went up in us talking. So yeah, so you got let's go to the campaigns is right here. So you got your story showing off the awesome artwork that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And just these pieces are just really nice. And this is the same guy same person did all the D&D stuff that you're saying.
Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, and then you have Michael fighting the 7-headed serpent with like light coming out of the serpent, because the story of Lucifer he was the light bringer, so that's why when he stabs through the serpent, it's like lights like escaping out of him.
Yeah, that Raphael looks great.
Yeah, he's gonna have a silver style armor, because in his story, his armor, if you stare too closely, you'll see the reflection of God, and it will blind you. So,
are you gonna do like a vac metal, or
you can't do vac metal? Is like super expensive, but there's tricks and ways that we can do it where it's gonna look close enough, but it will have like good elements to it.
We're gonna have to worry about fingerprints. We're gonna have to wear white gloves when we handle them.
Oh
yeah. Okay. Great.
I think we'll be good.
We got this. Yeah, Famine. So he went through and did all of them then.
Yeah. So Famine's Earth and Old Age, where if you look at his elements, they're all kind of like woodsy, and then he's got these cracks in his face, which are kind of like it's crazy like tree bark.
Almost like a druid in a sense. And then we didn't even see this is the first time us seeing what War looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks mean.
Oh yeah,
he looks mean.
I mean, it's a fear. Yeah.
Are you gonna do a sword like in a translucent plastic, or is like?
Yes, that's the plan. Is to have like a kind of like a red translucent with some paint elements to kind of like draw in the translucent, but also have that the paints over it, so you can you trying to utilize that base that you can light it up from the bottom, so it will look like when you light it up on your shelf,
his sword will light up too.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
It's kind of like
there's the other head.
Yeah, there's the other head. So that's more of a conquistador style.
Nice.
With his Ponce de Leon.
It's creepy as can be with like how his bow is there. It's all just like in his head, sort of tilted to the side, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so here's like how the figures come. So you got the like with Azrael, you got the 2 heads, the weapons, the flame effect, extra hands, and there's the base.
Yes.
And they each have a different flame color, which is cool.
Yep.
You got the full breakdown.
There's your breakdown, all the articulation points that we'll have.
So nobody should be crying about articulation.
Right.
I can't get him to fall down and do this. Like everybody complains about everything. Oh, yeah. Nobody's telling you that you have to go. Like if you're not into it, then don't get it. Like it's everybody feels like it's they're obligated to get it and then complain about it. It seems like. Okay, so then here's more shots of like the comic. Sort of the digital story posters that people
it's
get.
Just an option. Not to people. Many people are going to want that, but just to give you an option, if you don't want the figures and you don't really just want to give like some money and you want something out of it, then you can
digital artwork.
Digital artwork. So, and again, I mean, you're helping the artist as well, so it's not just
And so these deluxe, they're $45.
So the deluxe figures with wings are $45, and then the deluxe figures without wings are going to be $40. Because your tooling cost is what's kind of hindering me against the competition. Like that's where you have tooling costs, and we have what's called a minimum order quantity.
Yeah.
Where the figures I'm keeping them as little expense to the customer. But the cost will come in the amount that we need in order for it to get funded.
But I mean, look at what you're getting to. I mean, articulated wings, all the armor is removable. You got some soft goods in there, multiple hands, and then you do have a base stand. Like, what figures nowadays even come with stands besides McFarlane throwing in a plastic pog to put his figures on? Nobody's really doing this. Like, this is usually, if you look at like SH Figure Arts, they sell like bases like this separately. So it's like the value is definitely there. I can see it, so I can understand like all this stuff to get it tooled isn't going to be cheap.
No, and I mean you have not only like your articulation points, but you have 12 pieces of armor, extra heads, you have the extra hoods, all the little pings and pads and
because the armor is removable. That's separate sculpting. It's not like it's sculpted in, so it's more accessories basically.
Yeah, and then they're all fully like super intricate armor details too, and it's not like you're just using the same one.
Judd says McFarlane has the best bases in the biz.
And then we got some stretch goals.
Yep. So the way we're doing it is that the first stretch goal is at 126, and what that does is we've already paid for the tooling now for both Azrael and Gabriel. So it's going to be a closer unlock to get Gabriel. And you'll also again have removable armor pieces that you can now have for both Azrael and Gabriel, and you can kind of create your own angel that you want. Start building your army. Gabriel, he comes with the 2 heads. That's the more like bird-like head which he has.
Oh, hang on. Let me switch you over to
crazy kind of like.
Oh yeah, that looks way better than the picture on the Kickstarter. I like,
Again, this is a test print, so like the looks a little more thicker and stuff like that. So it's not gonna. It'll be a little better detail once we. Yeah, and he has these little halos off the back.
Nice.
He's more like kind of Egyptian and early Mesopotamic like design elements to him.
So we got to get that stretch goals, fellas.
Oh, yeah,
everybody watching, let's get it. And then we got another stretch goal. What are you saying?
Canuck bought a 2-pack.
Nice.
I think the Canuck like goes all in on everything every time he watches one of these shows.
I feel like he does. He's like every time we're watching something, he's like, "Oh, just ordered everything." Like, wait, what? Like, So we got stretch goal, so we can do some multiple wings there. We can change it out, a lot more customizing.
Yes, you have white, black, and you have translucent smoke.
Oh.
Ooh.
It'll be like a cool see-through gray.
See, and then next thing you know, maybe down the road you get some glow in the dark ones.
There you go. Next one.
Stretch goal number 3, blank buck, available in clear blue, clear orange, glow in the dark green. What?
Yeah.
We need to get the stretch goal 3. I need a glow in the dark green one so bad already.
Then you'll have armor, like I said, for Azrael and Gabriel. One of the things I'm kind of letting you guys in on it. Just again, I'm a collector, so a lot of stuff I don't know if I'm allowed to say these things or if it's I have to keep it secret. But I am trying to look into ways that I can make it so that we have an early stretch goal to allow for the armor pieces of Gabriel and Azrael to come in different colors.
Ooh.
Where like if we're say we only get to like 160,000 and we've unlocked the blank buck, the wings, Gabriel and Azrael, I'm going to try to make it so that we can find a way that we can do the armor pieces for Gabriel and Azrael in different colors as well. So you'll have a little bit more of a variety.
Nice.
But that's a plan. It's not set in stone.
Right.
Yeah,
that way, like you said, you can make your own angel and stuff. And
right.
We need to make this happen though. I definitely need a glow in the dark green buck. Like I'm a neon green junkie and glow in the dark stuff junkie. Like it's just I like it. And especially I could just see that with like some solid armor on. So when it's glowing, all it's like little parts of the body you're peeking, but you can still see the armor in the shadow. Like, yeah. And then we got a stretch goal number 4, Michael. Got some Michael here.
So another $45 deluxe figure. Again, comes with all this articulation. He has his shield and his spear.
Then he'll have a base.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they all will come with the base.
Yeah, how many stretch goals did we go? We got here's that hammer you're talking about that comes with Raphael. That's a lot meaner. I was expecting like a double like flat side, but no, you made it like a mining pick type of hammer.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be ripping some cars, like roofs of cars open and stuff, you know.
I think Raphael's my favorite so far.
Yeah, I really want to get Raphael. And then then we go into the 4 horsemen.
So we got the famine, conquest, war. That war looks a little bit different than what was imaged.
So there's going to be 2 heads. So remember, you're seeing one head. There's going to be dual heads.
So the other one, the one in the painting was like the demonoid type of looking head. And then this one's more of a guy wearing like a helmet with like horns and stuff on it.
Yeah. So you're army building. Like here, you're beginning to army build the figures. Because my brain is that of a collector and a customizer to be able to kit bash these things and like create my own armies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hence the 2 heads and then the blank bucks and the extra stuff you could start. Yeah.
Mixing in that. Yeah, there we go. So the head packs, we got this really cool kind of like a sci-fi element that we had designed. Kind of like a real futuristic.
Nice. Yeah. And weapons. So you got some good. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so now so people have been asking like when are we going to see like Lucifer and the devil and stuff like that. Well, you're going to start seeing him coming out in the next few stretch goals.
Oh shit. Is he going to be same size as the angels? Well, yeah, he was an angel, so he would be. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this whole line is just going to be 1/12 scale. There's no 4-inch figure in this. If we had the money,
it looks awesome.
Technically though, it's going to be 1/18 scale.
1/12. But you can it's compatible with 1/18 figures.
Okay, yeah.
So you can have it for both. You have it both ways. So you can It's up to you, the player or the collector, to put it with either you can combine them with both. So there you go, number 14. Legion cast out full armor. That spells Lucifer. And now it's up to you to build your own interpretation of what the devil or what Lucifer would look like.
Which I would think, but this one right here is pretty much like, sums it up.
Well, yeah. Well, you have the wings there. Then if you go up to the head pack, you have the broken horn.
Yeah.
And then if you go to the last stretch goal, the final stretch. Nope, one back up above those right there. White. So you have a Lucifer, like just the pure light of a body. Right now we're looking at trying to make it sort of, it's a pearlescent.
Oh, nice.
Kind of shine to it, kind of sparkle.
And so the all-in, so two
The all-in's
deluxe,
pretty good. It's a $445 all-in, but that will unlock everything that's going to be. You'll get one of everything that we unlock, and but if we only unlock certain things, you'll get enough so that it will equal the value. So you can either collect them, store them, sell them. I'm trying to make it so that everybody's going to be happy, which it's.
That's
it's
a score.
45.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely all in. That is a huge list of all.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I'm showing all the stretch goals where you have companies who are doing the Kickstarters and they'll show like 5 or 6 stretch goals, and then it's like they'll keep pumping them out. But here I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna show you everything. I'm a collector. I want to know what I'm getting and what's going to be available to me. So
that's pretty awesome. So we need to push out these stretch goals for anybody that's doing the all in, so they can get this massive list of figures.
Plunderling, they don't show you a stretch goal till you hit the goal, and then hit the stretch goal, and then they show them each time you hit the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wanting to do 3, like.
We have a few questions.
One for me, one for collecting, and one for my friend.
There you go. There you go. One to rock, one to stock. So as all of that looks awesome, and I definitely think that it should definitely be. It's going to be quite successful, and especially with now knowing a little bit more of the intricacies of what you're doing with like the figures and how they're so modular, and then also just that right when you showed me like the blank bucks, is like, oh, Ronin Warriors. I loved being able to switch all that stuff off. And that's awesome. And
they're compatible with other figures too. So you can actually take, I think I put it in my Instagram page, or I put it like in the Legions of Valiverse, but you can actually take the armor pieces and put them on like an Action Force figure or a G.I. Joe. So you do have so you can actually put it with those. Like
because we saw earlier, we saw like the you had the Marvel Legend Archangel with the armor on. Yeah.
But I put one on I put the armor all on a duster, and it looks really cool, like the Tin Cannon figure. Yeah.
Were you one of the guys that bought like 5 dusters the other day?
You have to. It's like, oh wow. It's like basically buying 2, but I get 4 free. Okay.
Yeah.
And with you being a customizer, you're like, that's a customizer dream right there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm making it got me to this guy right here. Because now I have the armor for Agent Faces from A-Team.
The A-Team.
There he is.
Nice. Did you paint it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it does look really good. That's some surprise somebody hasn't done like a more modern A-Team.
There we go.
That's awesome.
He's even got I need these. Back hat. Yeah. And then I got BA somewhere.
Let's get Dacre. Dacre's Kickstarter to explode, so then he could buy the A-Team license.
Oh yeah. He's a little pale. He needs some alcohol in him. I gotta finish him. No, here's the BAs. I'll just show those real quick. Sorry,
No, that's awesome. Who doesn't like the A-Team? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I stole those from She-Hulk. If you want the more military style BA, you got the other one right here. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Now you got yourself an 18 van though to go with for all of them.
Oh, I love it. I would. Yeah.
You can get that Play Mobile one. It's not big enough, but it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there is a van, but it's like $800 that you can get. It's like an RC van and scale with it. But yeah, no, that's a commission for a buddy of mine that I'm working on.
That's really cool.
Yeah. All right, so we got some questions.
Oh sure.
And anybody else that can thinking of questions, make sure you comment down below because we are at question time. So, Josh, are you doing them? You doing the questions?
Yeah, I'm doing.
You mentioned it earlier, and then we went off on a different tangent.
We got Cutthroat Comics. He wants to know. He says, so they're separate card packs. And yeah.
So yeah, we have the charity packs are what these are. This is the special wax packs that we're gonna be selling to raise money for our local charity. But the actual cards, they will be getting cards with the figure, like little description cards of the
Cutthroat, go get you some cards. Support a good cause, and you get cards.
And then when you buy the figures, you get some cards. So cards and more cards.
Win-win.
And then we got Fitness Frank wants to know, will they have a Jesus figure?
Eventually, yes. So like our third wave will be the New Testament, and now we'll have a Jesus figure.
Cross and thorns as accessories?
Probably not like that. So again, I'm going to be going more legendary style.
Yeah.
Like you'll have kind of like Jesus as the teacher and also like the miracles that he performed rather than the suffering that he went through.
Have you ever seen that Bible but they made it a comic book? It's the Bible.
Oh yeah, the Action Bible. Yeah.
That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, my kids are watching that show that they got on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, okay.
It's I forgot what it's called. But,
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name either.
Not the Passion, but the not Crucible. I'm totally blanking because I just watched it today. But what happens when you're on live?
We got Judd. He says all the figures shown, assuming that they all unlock part of the same wave.
Yes.
Or are they split into two?
No, the plan is to have them all the same way because mainly we were working on is going to share the same base buck, like the same base figure, and then you're just pumping out the tooling for like the accessories.
Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of like I've put the delivery date to about December of 2024 just because of all the parts that are involved in it, and I don't want to say, oh well, we'll have it by Christmas. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver because again, I'm also on that side too with Kickstarters where that's happened to people in the past. So
sounds like you gave yourself plenty of time to. Yeah. If you put December 2024, you'll probably get them out early.
Yeah,
and that people will be even happier then. So
yeah,
and we got Cutthroat again. My question is, I think, will you be offering different head sculpts for each figure on your line?
Yes. So each figure comes with 2 head sculpts.
Yeah.
You just maybe not have seen them in the concepts just because we're kind of keeping that kind of close to the mark, our hip. But you've seen them. Like you see that the early concepts of Conquest, he's got the one head where it's the Conquistador, and he's got the other head, which is more the eagle pattern. Famine, he's got his kind of this weird like greasy hair look, and then he also has his helmet as well.
And you can always go look at his Instagram or check out 88 Figs to see like Azrael's 2 different heads, because I think he did a photo of each head.
Yeah, Azrael has the can't really see it because someone has the prototype right now, but actually I have an early prototype head. Don't mind me. Somewhere in here. Nope. Okay. But you can't really see the detail on it too well, but that's the more like the knight head.
Yeah, but it's like golden black, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be golden black. This is just a test print. So this is like the
Nice.
And then you have the more like bird style head. And it's like the first prototype we did. We're kind of like, some of it works, some of it doesn't. One thing I loved about this one though was even though it doesn't have like the modular stuff, but like the knee articulation, I thought was amazing. Where
the knee actually works like a knee.
It into
Oh,
the
wow.
boot. Yeah, where like the skull is actually part of the knee. I thought that was pretty cool.
The Canuck giving me some trash. Cutthroat Connors, Phoenix Point, and listening to unboxing art and trying not to fall asleep. Rest of the stream is good.
Just you, Art. God damn it.
It's me. My voice making him go to sleep. But no, that's awesome, and I do think that there's a lot of potential there, and I can't wait to see these other figures become born into figure form. Like even the concept art, like you just see how you took your design, turn it into the figure, and how more fleshed out you see it into the figure, because you're like, oh, I can see the details. I see where he was going with this, and the fact that you're keeping the collector and you're keeping the customizer in mind, and then the fact that you're also educating some people about these angels and stuff like that.
Hell, the fact that you've gotten this far is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud. I'm pretty excited. I love the support that we've been getting from everybody. It's been a lot of positive support with everything.
Yeah, toy community's mostly positive.
Yes,
so.
But it's interesting where it's a lot of people they love the concepts and the designs, but the more the negative comes more towards the money needed to get there. Yeah. Which, I mean, I understand. I mean, it's an expensive project because I'm not, like I said before, I'm not the 3D sculptor. I'm not the distributor from China. I'm not the guy that's already got the tooling in place, where the tooling is, it's a, like kind of did on the last show, is that the project is an our project, not just a my project. So we all are kind of in it together to kind of create something magical and special. That's why
people are always going to complain about prices and this and that.
Yeah. I mean, look at how much people spend on Mythic Legions. I mean, those are like 37 or higher. So, I mean, what you're pumping out is giving them a stand.
That's like me in Walmart the other day. I'm like, $33 for a Power Ranger. Jeez. But I'm storming out of the store with the figures.
Yeah. So, and Cutthroat, your answers. So the card pack's on the Kickstarter. The card pack you can purchase from him at conventions, or you can go to his website. And
they'll be coming out. I gotta just pack them all together. We'll be putting those on the website.
Follow the Instagram. You'll get the alert, I'm sure, when they go live. But good cause that you'll be supporting, getting that classic wax pack of cards, and it's awesome. And was that somebody? Skew Raider said, "Awesome project."
Oh, thank you.
Now here's a question for you. Do you feel like, and this is, I don't want to go too far this direction in a sense, but I still want to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like, being that it's characters based off of religion, do you think that, you get some negative feedback or negative views of it because of that at all?
Well, I don't, maybe, but I think my goal is not to force it upon someone, but just to allow it to be there if you want it to be there. In that it's not, okay, these are based on the Bible. Yes, I'm using elements from like the three archangels versus having the 7 archangels, where it's more like, this is what the Bible taught us. There's the 3 archangels versus like the book of Enoch and the story of like all the angels and all of them named. Originally, we were designing to, if we're going to do that, but it's like we kind of have to scale it down. And I just don't. I want it to be more than just the Bible. I want it to have a positive message, help you learn and think about not only about what the message is, which is just the 4 fears of life and the 3 virtues, and that's all I'm saying. You have 3 archangels, what they represent. That's the 3 virtues. The 4 horsemen, they represent your 4 fears and the 4 elements of power.
Well, religious or not, it's a captivating story. It always has been. So
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the Bible, you can take from it however you want to interpret from it. So you could make it into like the action comic, action Bible with all the stories that are in it.
Yeah.
Without like, I'm not here to browbeat someone and say, you got to be religious to like it. So that's why that's why it's the truth, the myth, the legend. And that's where I'm kind of
that. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I just feel like when anybody hears it, they'll be like, I don't know, why do I have that? And it's like, man, you probably already got, like, people don't realize they probably already got stuff that's been inspired by the same type of stuff in their collection.
Yeah,
and they don't even realize
it. Type of truth of good versus evil. I mean, it's one of those whole stories. We've always had those types of stories, ever since the beginning of time. Again, light versus dark. I've got this whole like.
I mean, Star Wars, you had the good versus evil and everything.
Yeah.
Cobra versus G.I. Joe.
Yeah, the religion of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I've gotten negative from it is posting on toy forums. Because toy forums, you can't talk about politics and you can't talk about religion. Like the Foosh, and a couple others, they were kind of discussing the figures, and then kind of a moderator had to come in and say, okay, we're not there yet, but just to warn you that you're going towards a talk about religion and mentioning God. So and then the other point, just that some shows don't want to have me on because of the whole controversial discussion about religion, which it's not. It's more just to have cool action figures of angels and the four horsemen.
I don't know why people get so bent out of shape. We're just three guys talking.
Yeah.
About action figures.
and I mean, I played many video games that have all that stuff implemented into it too. So it's like,
it's always been. I mean, and that's the thing.
Remember
you open
a Dante's Inferno. Did you play that one?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a trip.
But yeah. Then see it, and then Judd saying as it should be: keep religion and politics to yourself, not like forcing it down anybody's throat. Right.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
So, but all right. Well, I guess that's all it for questions. We've been going on for almost an hour and a half.
Oh wow!
Awesome, didn't even realize it. And I was like, oh, we could probably do it in an hour. And I'm like, oh. But what was that? I think people just relax. They're just action figures.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's really what it is. Just to be played with and to be posed and to be put on a shelf.
But I do thank you for taking the time out of your evening today to join on State of the Art, talk about your new toy line that's on Kickstarter. Everybody, I linked everything that is Almighty Legends down in the description, so don't get lost. You can just go down the description, you can click all the links, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and make sure if you guys are interested in it, the Kickstarter's there to go and back some of the awesome figures that are there, and see if we can open up some more of these stretch goals.
And if you do a pledge, please just share it on Facebook or any of the groups you're in. I'm gonna probably try to open up a contest thing, kind of like with AWOC did and Savage Crucible, where we can do like a profile picture after you say your pledge to kind of get us a little more.
There you go,
exposure out there.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Because he's gonna go buy those card packs.
Nice.
So
you're a limited edition.
But everybody that is watching, thank you for commenting and having good discussion, asking questions, and you guys know where to find me. You know where to find Cox Creates, and you know where to find Dacre, because all of his stuff is down below. And I want you guys, as I tell you always in all my videos, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.